guys, welcome back to Crunch Time, the show where you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day. Today we have a nice 6-game slate here. Got some UFC as well, I believe, in an hour and a half or so. How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing well. Yeah, like you said, we have UFC, and I'm not sure when it starts, but on FanDuel it's 5:45 Eastern.
15
DraftKings.
minutes earlier.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if FanDuel will push it back or just leave it. But either way, we'll probably have a shorter show here, probably like an hour, so we can finish in time for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's get through the show so we can do that because I entered some contests today. Got a little jealous of your results. You've been killing it there. Are you cooking up another first place, Chris? Another shipment?
Probably not. I don't like the slate as much. I don't know. I don't really like it when there's 3 title fights. So that means there's 3 5-round fights. I don't really like that as much. You have to get the best fighters, obviously, from those ones. So it's a little harder. But obviously more people now work combinations as well, I guess. So yeah, I don't like it as much. I like the smaller ones more, but yeah, I'll still be playing for sure.
I wish I knew that before I entered all these contests.
I like it for cash a lot. I just don't like it for tournaments as much.
Yeah, I only enter tournaments, so... But I'm still looking forward to it. Should be good. Had some good luck or good success yesterday with the model that we were working on. Almost got first. Had a few lineups up in the top in the 5-cent one over on FanDuel. So I'm pretty excited to get that feature kind of out there for everyone to use. It's a lot of fun to mess around with and sort of work on your projection model like that. I think I switched it a little bit. Let's see. I don't know if I could see it from yesterday. Can I?
Not sure.
Let's see. Oh, we have this one here now. Did you know that, Chris?
Which one? I saw it yesterday, actually.
Did you try it out?
No, but I saw it.
Yeah. I just want to see if this is saved here. I'm not sure if I did it in this browser. I think I did like 50, 50, 50, 50 for all these, and then 5, 5 for both of those. I think in the one that we made on the show, we didn't use this one, right?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I think we did a bunch of things. We did 25, 25, 25 at one point, so I don't know what we finished with.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to use. So I'm excited to get that out there for you guys to try out, mess around with, see what you guys come up with. And then also what ideas you guys come up with as well for what other stats we should put in here. So that'll be pretty cool. That'll be updating for a while, I think. There's probably a lot of stuff we can do on this front here for the optimizer. Let's get into the success, Chris. Maybe you can send me your contests as well. I don't have those yet. It's like I say, it's always like pulling teeth, getting your contest links out of you. But while we wait for that, let's see who we got in the chat. We got Brent in here, says, "Good tip, let go." What's up, Brent? JC in here says, "Chris in pink with the star emoji eyes." Chris, do you like pink?
Sometimes,
yeah.
Depends on the day.
It's a good color. It's a cloudy day today. Is that the kind of day that you like to wear pink, Chris? Brighten up the mood a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Probably. I don't know. Just feeling it sometimes.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Let's see. DC David Korea says, "Do Rockets have enough bodies to play, Chris?" Houston.
I think they have 8. So yeah, they do.
Let's see.
But we're gonna have a ton of interest in them for that reason. So yeah.
We have 10 guys projected here. Is someone out here?
Yeah, Sterling Brown. I'll have to remove him, and John Wall as well.
All-star, really? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're missing a bunch of guys.
Yeah. JC says he says no to the Rockets. He says they don't have enough bodies, Chris. Is JC spreading misinformation here? Do we need to put like a little disclaimer beside all of JC's comments, Chris?
Oh, they have 8 bodies.
Yeah. He also says suit up, Chris. Are you ever gonna suit up?
Yeah, I mean, if I got the call, I would fly down to Houston, suit up for the Houston Rockets, play with John Wall. He would get me some open shots.
You think he'd put up some fantasy points? Minimum DK price?
No, I'd be like Garrison Matthews on his exercise day.
So what would your upside be if you played like 40 minutes, Chris? And you were like, let's say your cardio was there. Like your cardio wasn't an issue. You could run up and down the floor.
Probably like 15 fantasy points ceiling.
That's not bad. For minimum price? Like
Ceiling.
what about floor? Like negative something?
Yeah, probably.
Oh god. Yeah. Tate Moore says, best pick tonight, Chris. Let's flip the show on its head. What's the best pick today?
Give me I mean, it depends if you're spending up or value. I think for value, all these Rockets guys. But if I had to pick one guy, I'll go away from them. I'll go with the cover boy just because I put him on the cover, Malcolm Brogdon.
Okay. Broggy.
But you have to have Rockets there as well. So he just supplements them.
Yep. Let's see. David Cruz says they have 7 and Tate is questionable, Chris.
Is there a new injury report? Because let's see. Go to them. Go to their team. They have 8 guys. Yeah, Lamb, Daquan Jeffries, DJ Wilson, House, Martin, Brooks, Tate, Olynyk. I haven't seen Tate questionable anywhere. So I don't know if that's true or not because I haven't seen it, like I said.
Let me see if I can see anything. Wait, what? Where's this game? Is this game removed? Oh no. Yeah, no, Tate. I don't have any tag for Tate at all anywhere.
Yeah, there's nothing on him.
Yeah.
I mean, they have him as available to play on the official injury report.
He says this BBM basketball monster has Tate questionable.
Well, I mean, they could still like dress a guy. I mean, I don't think this game is getting canceled.
They have like, yeah. I mean, they don't have any. There's no news for it for Tate. Like, I think the last thing he had was locker room, like 5 days ago.
Yeah, and he's played since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think. Well, I mean, I guess it's good to keep that in mind. But so 7 wouldn't be enough, though, right?
I don't think this game is getting postponed. Like, they have 8 bodies. They have 8 available players.
Yeah, I doubt they'd rule out Tate even if he was quote unquote questionable, which only one site says he is. But like they could just not play him if he was out.
The NBA injury report has him as available, so I'm gonna trust the official injury report over a random site or any site for that matter.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. JC says 15 fantasy points better than Tony Snell, Chris.
Well, that's Tony Snell's bad game, so, and that's my 15 fantasy point ceiling. So I don't know.
You could get streaky though. Like if you get some shots up, like if your first 3-pointer goes in, your second one goes in, maybe your third, fourth, fifth will go in. Maybe they'll just keep feeding.
Yeah, and then I'm at 15.
Yeah, but maybe like a lucky steal, like a turnover, someone passes it, like a teammate deflects it, you just catch it, steal for Chrissair, +3.
That's the steal for the guy who deflected it.
Maybe a block on someone like actually I don't know who you could block. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. JC says flag DC spreading lies, and then DC says flag DC JC tired of losing MLB Roto, Chris. And then T-Bay's in here. What's up? He says, I think it's a Luka night tonight. What do you think of that, Chris? We got to get into it because we got to do our UFC.
Yeah, I don't think it's a Luka night tonight. I don't love the matchup against the Lakers. We have a bunch of great spots tonight outside of Luka, so I don't really think it's a Luka night tonight.
Ouch. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into. No, wait. We have to do the success. I still don't have the links actually. So, are we not doing them?
No, I usually send them as you go over the success, and then I do that. So I was looking for it, but I stopped once we got the Rockets 7-player misinformation. So I was looking at that instead.
Yeah, we need to have that disclaimer beside the name there. But yeah, let's go over this. So first up, we got Lil Biscuit here. F Dinda. What did he do? MLB action, NBA action, just cooking it up everywhere here. All the way on the right side, Chris. All the way up there. Love to see that. Solid stuff. We have you here. So this is the contest. Excuse me. Contest we're waiting to open up. You did 1,400, rounding up here to 2,300, rounding up there as well. Finally getting your links. So we'll open this one afterwards. T-Bay over here, 7 to 11.20. He's been on a streak, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, love to see it. Dakota here, 200 to 400, 48 to 100, and then 180 into 365. So NBA main slate, night slate, baseball main slate, and then some pucks here as well. 77, 154 main slate. Yeah, he's pulling an 8 in here. Lots of sports, but only one site actually. Yeah. So that's solid. Shout out to Dakota for that one. Nick here, 150, 305. This is NBA main slate here. His time zone always messes me up here. Doesn't it?
Yeah, Central.
Yeah. Baseball as well, main slate for him, 87 into almost 300. So that one's probably good. Probably got some tournaments in there. NHL out of him as well, 76, 144. Let's see, 93.1, 93.1. Optimal, I think, probably the optimal, crushing it. Love to see it. Turn and burn, 470 into 821. That's a big one there. Solid stuff. Is this main slate here, Chris? Or night slate?
Main slate.
Main slate. And then night slate as well, 96, 176. Solid stuff there. Ultra boosted. He says big dubs. What did he do? NBA main slate here. Some tournament stuff. Double ups. Jukebox. Solid stuff there. Shout out to Ultra boosted. And then Aiden. Let's click all these. He loves to post here at the end. Loves to be the last one under the spotlight, I'm guessing. But what did he do? He did... Wait, what? 25 cents into 100? He shipped it?
Yeah, he shipped it.
Is this a solo shipment?
Looks like it. It's a round number. I wonder what he would have won in the big one. Would he have taken it down? Let me pull that up real quick.
Yeah, pull it up. Let me load up your contests here. He's been keeping it to himself, hey?
Oh, he actually told me. I think he also posted it on the Twitter. I'm not sure though.
So I think we have to finish the show like 45 minutes from now, so we have like 15 minutes to crunch. So I think we're good on time, so we can do this. It's only 6 gamer, Chris, so I think we're fine. But I mean, this is nice. I wonder what the secret sauce here was. Ja Morant. He's been playing well lately, hey? For that playoff push.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
No Barton.
Wait, Barton's on the Grizzlies?
No, he didn't have Barton in this lineup. Barton got hurt 1 minute in.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that one. Was it a bad one, Chris?
Yeah, he hurt his hamstring, so usually those are pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't actually have the link, so I don't know if we could go through it.
Rajun Rondo, he says, almost had the perfect lineup. Juan Toscano Anderson beat Poole by 0.25, Chris.
Yeah, I think he was still first, though, wasn't he?
I think so. Wait, so this would have been first in the big one? Should we just load it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but we don't have the link there.
Oh, we don't?
Yeah, let me just go to let me find it somewhere else.
Is something wrong with our contest collection thingy?
Yeah, for the night slate, it looks like it wasn't there.
Should we make a note for that?
Yeah, add that in while I find a link.
Okay, then you got to stall here. You got to talk, Chris, while I type that out.
Yeah, well, I'm finding the link here, so I mean, maybe he knows. Maybe Aiden knows himself if it would have been the winning lineup in the big one.
So this is the night slate, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I can't even find it on another site either, so maybe what did he get? What did Aiden get here? 300 what?
357.75.
Oh my god.
And then he says, I feel like Mr. 10K and Mr. Justin T-Bay says, my goodness, is it time to play GPPs? These small entries are insane.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden, he's the small entry king, so you can always learn from Mr. Aiden, Rondo.
That's true.
So what do you get? 357.75?
Yeah.
Yeah, so first place in the big one, solo shipped it, 357.75, same lineup. So we could have tied with him. I'll send you that link here.
How much would he have won?
30K plus 10K divided by 2, so 20K.
20K?
Yeah.
That's like a nice electric scooter.
Yeah, so this is the exact same lineup that Rondo had, 357.75.
And this one is, what's the entry fee here?
I think it's $15.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. What was the fade here? Just the Barton? Biggest thing?
I don't know. It's just a good lineup right there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep going, Chris. We got to get through the show because UFC today. But yeah, shout out to Aiden. That's awesome. That's a big one. $100. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Just the prize pool and the FanDuel one is a bit higher. I'm surprised it's only $100 on DK because on FanDuel, the 5-cent one is like $600, $500 usually. So this one's only $100. I'm wondering if he split this a bit.
5-cent one is usually $500 for the night slate? No way.
Oh, night slate. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Main slate.
Yeah.
Yep. The one we just opened is $15, $150 max on DK. So Aiden was asking that. Yeah, let's keep going, Chris. Shout out to Jean Rondo. Solid stuff there. So that's two takedowns, 2 nights in a row. Right?
Yeah.
We need a third one today. Maybe today would be the 100K takedown, Chris. Maybe, I mean, chances are in our favor with UFC today. That's your thing. First place there, 10K. Is it 10K today, by the way?
20K on FanDuel, 200K on DK.
Oh, so you're gonna go for 220K today?
No, I'm not playing the DraftKings one. Like I said earlier, I don't love the slate. I don't like the big slates for UFC where we have 3 championships fights. So I'm not playing it on DraftKings, but I'm playing the same one on FanDuel.
Yep, nice. Okay, let's keep going. Baseball, Aiden, 50, 100. Main slate, turbo slate, 10 to 20. Pucks, 50, 90 on DK, then FanDuel. Main slate, 60, 100. Single slate, baseball, two games here, so 10 to 20 in both. Shout out to Rondo, solid stuff there. Let's load up your contest, Chris. Where is it? So this one, DK, 1361 into 2300. What did you do right here?
So I didn't play the optimal. I played the second team. It was like a 0.06 difference between the two teams. Just like the construction a little more of this team. I always like stars and scrubs. This one had, I think, Tatum, Dozier, and Brooks, and then the other team had Nurkic, Wiggins, and Barton. So Barton got hurt 1 minute into the game. That helped me with Dozier a lot. But the funny thing is, both teams actually tied exactly the same score. So as you can see here, 25th place, Scotty. He had the optimal with Will Barton, and we had the exact same score. So yeah, he had Barton with 1.5 and got the same score, which is pretty crazy. Obviously, he had Nurkic, who went for 60, so that was the big guy for him. But yeah, I like the team with Tatum a little bit. I always like stars and scrubs, like I said, so that's why I went with this side. The rest of the lineup kind of built itself. Like Neto, obvious play. Paul George, got to play him. Okongwu, when he was announced starting, had to play him. They were starting him instead of Goodwin, so we got off Goodwin. And then Oubre and Westbrook, I think they were really good plays as well. Obviously, Oubre went crazy, but still, he was in a really good spot. No Bazemore coming off the bench still, but played a lot of minutes, closed out the game. So I like Oubre a lot, and then Westbrook just doing his thing as always. So I like that as well. So like I said, this lineup kind of built itself.
Yeah, Oubre always goes off when you roster him. I think you've said that before. One of those guys.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over anyone else, or should we just keep it a little shorter today?
No, I think we're good with just this.
Okay, good. Moving on. FanDuel, you didn't post anything here, Chris. What happened?
I broke even here on FanDuel. I think I lost $10, so I was actually winning most of the night, and then Nurkic here obviously had 60 points. So that hurt me on FanDuel, but not too much. Broke even, so I was still fine with it. But yeah, a bunch of teams passed me with Nurkic. But yeah, I like this team a lot as well. This was like the biggest train of the night yesterday. This was pretty obvious construction in my opinion. Only decisions were like Smart, Tillman, and Thompson. So like I said, some people want Nurkic. There's like a 2v2 with Nurkic and Brandon Clark instead of Tillman and Thompson. Obviously, the Nurkic side won, but I like this construction a lot. I like the guys we landed on here. So yeah, I like FanDuel a lot as well yesterday.
Okay. Let's go into the slate then. I got Ronald Jones in here. He says, "What's up, brothers?" I wonder if he's still sniping you, Chris. Have you noticed? Have you checked? Have you looked for him?
No, but even if I did, I don't know his name. So
Username, yeah. Ronald, I sent you your Discord code in the YouTube. So if you want to get in on like in our Discord here for the members, just copy your code and then go to the verification thing over here, paste it in, and then you'll get your account role upgraded so you have access to all the other channels. So I sent it to you yesterday, but I'm not sure if you were here when I did, but it is in the chat. So let me know if that works for you. But yeah, six games here, Chris. Brent says Opto has been on fire for MLB guys. Has it, Chris? I haven't played much.
like I usually say, I don't usually play the other sports until NBA is over, just because I like NBA the most. So I usually get into those sports after NBA ends.
Got it. But I mean, it looks like it's been on fire. We have a lot of MLB success here every day.
Yeah, I still look at it every day, make sure everything's good. I play a bit sometimes here and there, but yeah, everything is good.
Nice. Ronald says his name is Ronald Jones 400, Chris, and he says you beat him yesterday.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry about that. So yeah, 6 games, Chris here. Any favorite news right off the bat, and then we can get into the first game.
Yeah, so the Rockets are the big, clear, obvious spot with all the guys they're missing. They have their cheap guys playing, so we have a ton of interest in them. That's where we're going to get all our value from today on this slate. So I love the Rockets here today. We have some Pacers as well with Sabonis and Turner still out, so Brogdon, like him a lot. Obviously, Mitchell is still out for the Jazz, so some interest in guys like Conley, Clarkson. I like those guys. So, yeah, I like the slate here.
Nice. It's good to hear. Let's jump into it, Chris. First game, Pistons at Pacers. Ronald Jones says, can I get into Discord from my phone? Yeah, you can. If you have Discord on your phone installed, just copy the code and then go to the verification channel and then just paste your code in there, and then that's it. So you can do it on your phone or your computer. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, let me know if you need more help with that. But yeah, Pistons, Pacers, Chris, first up. Pistons side, we have Dennis Smith Jr. marked as out, Gruder out, Grant Ellington, Kojo, and Plumlee, all probable tags. Projected starters, Killian Hayes, Josh Jackson, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Plumlee. Anything here, Chris, from the Pistons today?
Not too much here. Just not a team that we want to target when they're playing most of their guys. We usually play them when they're resting their veterans. Today they're not, so I'm not too interested. If you want to play Jeremy Grant or Mason Plumlee, I guess it's viable in tournaments. They have a pretty healthy team total here at 112. Usually we don't see that for the Pistons, but they're playing the Pacers, who are pretty poor defensively without Turner, so it makes sense, but I don't know. I'm not too interested in the Pistons here. Like I said, in cash games, no one here for me. Tournaments, maybe someone like Grant, Plumlee, maybe Corey Joseph as a last piece. But yeah, for me, I'm probably not going to play anyone here.
Okay, let's go over the Pacers then. Over there, we have Sabonis out, like you said. Lamb, Bididitz, questionable. Jakar Sampson back in. Dougie McBucket's questionable. And Amida Brima. Do you know that guy, Chris? I'll pull him up probably for you. Two-way contract for him on the Pacers. Projected starters: Malcolm Brogdon, Sumner, LeVert, Holiday, Justin Holiday, and Brissett. Anything here, Chris?
Well, I mean, this kind of depends on the news we get with Goga, Lamb, McDermott. They're all questionable. So as of now, I don't really want to play Brissett. If Goga's out again, then we can probably play Brissett. But I mean, I think Goga plays here, so I'm going to treat it as if he's in. So I like Brogdon a lot on both sides. He's like the cash guy for me, my favorite cash guy from this team. No Sabonis, no Turner, like we said earlier. So Brogdon gets the main role here. High usage guy, has the ball a lot in his hands. So he's my favorite cash game option. He's 8K on FanDuel, 8-3 on DraftKings. So I like him a lot. And then in tournaments, I like Caris LeVert a lot. I think he's a really good pivot off of Brogdon. I think Brogdon's going to get most of the ownership here. LeVert's always, I mean, he always has that upside. He played 40 minutes last game, so he's getting a ton of minutes in this role. And like I said, he's going to have lower ownership than Brogdon. So I think he's a really interesting tournament pivot off of someone like Brogdon. You could probably play them together. We saw last game, Brogdon went for 60, LeVert went for 50. So they can both get there in this situation. So I don't mind pairing them together in tournaments. Probably wouldn't do both of them in cash games, though. I would just go with Brogdon. And then Goga is the other guy that's in play for me, more so on DraftKings. On FanDuel, he's 5.5. DraftKings, he's 4.1K. So I like Goga a lot on DK, especially if he's in. Like I said, we have to wait for that news. Currently questionable. But if he's in and starting, he should absolutely smash this price tag on DK. So yeah, we'll have to wait for that news. But those are the main guys here for me on the Pacers.
Okay. Let's load up this new guy, Chris, on the Pacers. He's like a vet out from Ghana. Do you know this guy, Chris? Amita Brima?
No.
Let's see his G League stats. Where is it? Is this a G League team? AUS?
Australia? I don't know.
That's what I thought. What do you see here? Is he playing today?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, we can skip that then. But now we know him a bit, acquainted. Got Jermaine in here, Chris. He says, I've been cashing every day since I signed up with you guys on our site up until the Embiid news dropped late. That's awesome. Love to hear that.
He has to get in the Discord because we told everyone in the Discord. We got that news 20 minutes before that game started. So get in the Discord. We always update big injury news like that. We tag everyone, so you'll get a notification. But yeah, glad to hear that you've been having success.
Yeah, Discord link. Easiest way to find it, I guess. There should be an email that gets sent out automatically, but for some reason it doesn't work yet. So I still need to look into that. But if you didn't get that, go to our Twitter, twitter.com/DFSCrunch. I think the link is also in the video description here. And then it's our pinned tweet. Huh?
It's in the YouTube, so if you just scroll down to the description, the link to the Discord is right there. So you don't have to go to the Twitter.
Yep. Yeah, so just do that and then join it, and then you do have to post your verification code here, because we keep these channels just for the Crunch members. So if you don't have your code, or if you're having trouble finding it, should have been emailed to you. But if you didn't get that, just drop a message here, or you can DM me or Chris here. Click our name and then click send message or whatever it says. And then just say you don't have your code. Give me your email, and then I'll send you your verification code. He also says, who's your favorite player? Favorite Pacer and Piston player, Chris?
Pacer, Brogdon, Piston. I don't have a favorite Piston, so I don't really want to give one out. Maybe Grant, maybe Corey Joseph, but I'm not playing a Piston tonight.
What about like a tournament dart, Chris, on the Pistons?
Yeah, maybe Grant, maybe Joseph, but I'm not playing a Piston tonight, as I said.
Okay. King Carter says, think Goga and Brissett will play next to each other. I think they are both viable with no Sabonis and no Turner, Chris.
I don't know. Like Brissett, he got 42 minutes last game. I think if Goga plays, Brissett's not getting 42 minutes. Like they will play together, but they eat into each other's production. Like Brissett plays like a big. Obviously, Goga is a big. So yeah, I don't know if they can both get there. Brissett's priced up now. He's 5.2 on FanDuel, 4.2 on DK. So I guess they're fine on DK together. They're both priced up on FanDuel, so maybe on DK. But like I said, if Goga plays, I'm probably going to just be interested in Goga.
Okay. Moving on to the next one, Spurs against the Pelicans. Let's go over San Antonio first. So we have Trey Lyles out, DeMar DeRozan and Rudy Gay both questionable, Patty Mills and DeJounte Murray marked as probable. Projected starters, DeJounte Murray, Derek White, DeMar DeRozan, Keldon Johnson, and Jakob. Anything, Chris, from the Spurs today?
Yeah, so we have this really good matchup against the Pelicans for the Spurs today. So, I mean, I'm always interested in a matchup against the Pelicans, no matter the team. Usually I'm not interested in the Spurs, but a little bit of a smaller slate here. We don't have great game environments. So this is one that I do like to target, especially with someone like DeRozan. He's questionable, but I think he was just out with rest last game. So I don't think there's an injury there. So I think he's going to play. Obviously, we'll have to monitor that news, but like I said, I think he's going to play here. So he's my favorite guy. He's 8.5K on DK, which is probably a little too expensive for me. I don't think I need him there. You can fit more Rockets in on DK, so I don't think these guys are viable on DraftKings unless DeRozan is out. I think on FanDuel, that's where I'm more interested in someone like DeMar DeRozan for 7.9K. Just sort of a last piece at that shooting guard position if you need to spend up there, because we have a ton of value with the Rockets in the front court with guys like Tate, Martin, Olynyk, so if you need to spend up somewhere, I don't mind going up to DeMar. Same thing for DeJounte Murray, 7K on FanDuel. DraftKings 7.2, so decent price tag for him there as well. So yeah, I don't mind playing these two guys. I think they're my favorite ones. Derek White, he had that big game last time out. But DraftKings, he's priced way up to 6.8. FanDuel, he's 5.6. So he's viable on FanDuel, but I'm not going to chase it unless DeRozan is out once again. If DeRozan is out, then we'll probably lock in a bunch of these Spurs. But like I said, I think DeRozan ends up playing here.
Okay. Pelicans side, Nickeil Alexander-Walker still out with that injury. Should be back sometime at the start of next month. James Johnson, a.k.a. Neck Tat, as Cruncher put it. Is that a Cruncher name, Chris, or is that like his actual nickname?
I'm not sure, but I've heard that around the industry for many years now, so I'm not sure.
Got it. So he's questionable. Stevie Adams, probable. Projected starters, Lonzo Ball, Bledsoe, B.I., Zion, and Adams. Anything, Chris, from the Pelicans today?
Not too much here. They're implied to score 116, so it's a pretty high total for them. Zion and Ingram, they're obviously always viable in tournaments. They're just both priced up, like way up on DraftKings. Zion's 10-1, Ingram is 8-8, so I don't love those price tags on DK. On FanDuel, Zion is 9-7, Ingram is 8-2. So I don't mind Ingram on FanDuel for 8-2 as the last piece in tournaments. But I don't know. I don't think I need it really unless I'm unless I need to kind of spend up there, because we have other small forwards. We have Porter with no Barton now. We have Jimmy Butler with no Hero, no Dragic. They're both small forwards. I kind of prefer those guys. But Ingram would be the third guy that I'm interested in there at small forward on FanDuel if I'm not playing one of Butler or Porter.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Got Royal King in the chat. What's up? So next one up, Bulls against the Heat. Chicago side first. We have Troy Brown Jr. out. Zach LaVine out. Expected to come back next game, I believe. And then Pat Williams, probable. Projected starters, Kobe White, Garrett Temple, Williams, Tice, and Vucevic. Anything here, Chris, that we can take advantage of today with Zach LaVine still being out?
Not really much here. They're only implied to score 100 points. This is the lowest over-under by far at 204. Like I said, I have interest in the other side with the Heat, with the injuries that they have today. But on the Bulls, there's nothing here in this matchup that I like.
Okay. Let's go on the other side. So Miami, we have Tyler Hero out, like you said. Dragic out, like you also said. Oladipo still out, and Gabe Vincent probable. Projected starters, Nunn, Butler, Robinson, Ariza, and Adebayo. So yeah, you mentioned news here, Hero, Dragic, Chris. How do we take advantage of that here?
Yeah, so I think Butler is the main guy who benefits, and then Kendrick Nunn. I think those are the two main guys who benefit. I love Butler on FanDuel. He's a little cheaper than he is on DraftKings. So I like him a little more over there. Obviously, you get 3 points for steals and blocks. Butler gets plenty of steals and blocks. So I like him a lot here without Hero, without Dragic. I think he's in a good matchup against the Bulls. Only implied to score 104, but I don't know. I don't think he really needs these high total games to pay off his price tag. Like, he just does a bunch of everything for them. Rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, points. So he does everything. That's why I never mind getting up to Jimmy Butler. Price tag is reasonable for me here. So I like him in this revenge spot as well against the Bulls. So he's my favorite guy. Kendrick Nunn, probably viable as a last piece. Probably more so on DK, 5.3K on FanDuel. Nunn is 5.7. So probably prefer him a little bit on DK. But like I said, I don't think we really need him there on DK either. We just have all these Rockets guys for value, who I just prefer much more. So I'd rather go there. But yeah, he's viable as well on DraftKings as a last piece.
What were the terms that Butler left the Bulls, Chris, on?
I don't remember. That was a few years ago. I think he got traded for Zach LaVine. So I don't know.
Okay. Next game up. Actually, a question here, Chris. I got Hasty in here. What's up? King Carter says, how do you rank Utah players tonight?
Probably Clarkson 1, Conley 2, Ingles 3. And yeah, and then probably like Bogey, Gobert. But I like the guards. So I like Clarkson the most.
Hasty says Utah players ranked higher than Laker players.
Yeah, today for sure, yeah.
This game, next one to go over, LA Lakers, Lake Show against the Mavs. Let's go over the Lake Show first. Big news here, Jared Dudley out for them. Markieff Morris probable, my boy Andre Drummond probable, AD probable, and Schroeder probable. Marc Gasol, KCP, both marked questionable. Projected starters, Schroeder, Caldwell Pope, Kuzma, Davis, and Drummond. Drummond, Chris, 4% ownership. People just don't like playing Drummond, even though he won our boy Justin a tournament. Drummond is an absolute beast, Chris. Insane upside. Is this a game where we could get that again?
Well, I mean, it's the same exact matchup as last game, so I'm going to say the same stuff I said last time. Probably viable in tournaments. I'm not sure if AD's minutes restriction is going to increase a little bit. He only played 16 minutes last game. So I'm not sure if that's going to go up here today. I haven't heard on that. But yeah, I'm not interested in this entire game, really. We just have other spots that stand out way more.
Okay. Let's go over Dallas. We have Tyrell Terry marked as out. Josh Richardson, Kristaps Porzingis, and Kleba, all three questionable. Projected starters, Doncic, Richardson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Zingis, and Dwight Powell. Anything, Chris, on the Mavs side on this second game?
So these questionable tags are pretty important. Like if we get KP out, then Luka will become a better play. He's priced up to 11.5 on FanDuel, 11K on DK. So we're kind of getting him probably where he should be for his production. So it's a fair price tag. We're not getting him at low 10K anymore. So, I mean, if you land there, we have a ton of value on this slate. So it's probably pretty easy to land on him. But I'm probably not going to go out of my way to get up there. I just don't think I need it here against the LA Lakers, who play tough defensively. The Mavs are only implied to score 109. I landed on him last time just because of the late swap with DeMar being ruled out, and I didn't have anywhere else to spend up. But yeah, I don't think it's a situation where I need to land there unless some craziness happens again.
Nice. Hasty here, Chris, with the most hasty comment you could get. He says, all those Laker probables, lols, looks like LeBron's apathy and entitlement is spreading to his teammates.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like it too. Probably got them all a Hummer. Okay, we can go to the next one. Let's clear this one up. So next up, Minnesota, Utah. Let's go over the Timberwolves side first. Noel, questionable. And then projected starters, Ricky Rubio, Ant-Man, Kogi, Catman, and McDaniels. Anything here, Chris, facing the tough Utah Jazz?
No, I don't love this spot. Maybe D'Angelo Russell. He's not on a restriction anymore. So he played 28 minutes last game, which was his high ever since coming back from the injury. I expect them to start him sometime soon. His price tag is low 6Ks on both sites. So I think if they keep this game close, a lot of it will have to do with someone like D'Lo. Just because, I don't know, he's been playing off the bench pretty well. He gets all the usage off the bench. So I don't mind him here. I don't want to spend up for Cat. It's a tough matchup against Gobert. Obviously, he's really good defensively. Cat always has the upside, but I don't know. On this slate, if I'm spending up at center, I'd probably rather go to Jokic against the Rockets. So yeah, not really much here. D'Lo in tournaments, I like that play, but nothing in cash games for sure.
Okay. Utah side, Donovan Mitchell out. Udoka Azubuike, he's also out. Projected starters Mike Conley, Joe Ingles, Bojan Bogdanovic, Royce O'Neal, and Gobert. Who do you like here, Chris, on the Jazz?
Yeah, so the Jazz, this is where I have more interest. We always like the matchup against Minnesota. The Jazz have the highest implied team total on the entire slate today, sitting at 121. No Donovan Mitchell, so that means I'm going to have interest in some of these guards. We got the question earlier, which Jazz guy is my favorite. I said Jordan Clarkson. He is 6.5K on DK. FanDuel, he's 5.9K. So that's a good price tag for him. I mean, he comes off the bench and has a crazy high usage rate, similar to D'Lo. No Donovan Mitchell, like I keep saying, so that's a plus for him. I think he makes sense here on this slate. Mike Conley as well. If this game stays close, Conley should smash. Even if it doesn't, we saw last game against the Rockets. They blew Houston out. Conley only played 25 minutes. He still got 41 fantasy points. So I don't mind Conley either. He's 7.1K on FanDuel. On DraftKings, he's 7K. So pretty good price tag for him. I like him a lot as well. And then I mentioned Ingles. He's kind of priced up. He's 6'6 on DK, so I don't love that. On FanDuel, he is 6'5 at small forward, which is kind of loaded today, so I don't love that either. Probably viable in tournaments along with Bogey, Gobert, Royce O'Neal even. So I don't know. These other guys I mentioned, they're probably viable in tournaments, like I said, in this giant team total game. But for me in cash games, probably going to stick to Clarkson and Conley if I'm playing a Utah guy.
Okay. Question for you from King Carter. Russ or the Joker, who is your fantasy MVP this year?
I'll say, well, Russ had the slow start. So if Russ didn't have the slow start, I would say Russ. But season long, I would have to go with Jokic.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Rockets against the Nuggets. Let's go over Houston first. So, I mean, this is a huge ass list here. It's DJ Augustine out, Eric Gordon out, John Wall out, Dante Exum out, Avery Bradley out, Christian Wood out, Kevin Porter out, Daniel House out, David Nwaba out, Sterling Brown out, and then Jayshan Tate questionable for the Rockets, Chris. Projected starters, we have Tate, Brooks, Kenyon Martin Jr., Danwell House, and Olynyk. Actually, House is out, so who's starting here, Chris?
Wait, House is out? Since when?
Is he not out?
House? Did we just get news on him? Oh, I guess House is out.
Yeah, he's out.
If House is out, then they do have 7. But I thought House was in. Is that new?
No, they had it a while ago. Yeah, he's out. He's active, but he's only going to play in case of emergency. So, I think they're keeping him on the bench, but they're not going to play him, just so they can get the minimum players.
Oh, so yeah, so that's
he's not playing.
That's kind of okay. So that means they have 8 guys because he's active.
Yeah, but he's not going to play unless all the other guys get hurt or something.
Is that confirmed? I guess it is.
I mean, here, Chris, on the Twitter, if you look up Kaylee Griffin, it says injury report out: Augustine, Bradley, Brown, Exum, Gordon, House, Jr., Nwaba, Porter Jr., Wall, and Wood. And then available, they have Tate, Brooks, Olynyk, Wilson, Martin, Lamb, and Jeffries.
Yeah. I guess he's out then, but he's also in because I guess they need 8. So tricky situation. I guess who was that? DC. I guess DC is right. Was it DC? So I guess DC was right. I mean, regardless, even better situation for us now if House doesn't end up playing. I love these Rockets guys. Everyone's going to love them. Everyone's going to play them. It's just a spot that everyone always targets. So I'll start with Jayshan Tate. I think he's going to be the main guy here for them. He's 6.1K on DK, 5.9 on FanDuel. Easy lock, free square in my opinion with the guys that they're missing. Going to play 40-plus minutes. So I like him a lot. Kenyon Martin or KJ Martin, depending on what site you look at. I like him a lot as well. Pretty good play. Going to play 40-plus minutes as well, I would assume. Kelly Olynyk, Canada, 5K on FanDuel, 6-7 on DK. So the FanDuel price for him is obviously much better. I think he's a pretty easy lock over there. DraftKings, it's more of a decision, but he's probably going to be the high usage guy here, actually. Tate's probably going to be second, if I had to guess. So, I mean, Olynyk's in a great spot. Like I said, DK, it's more of a decision because he's priced up to 6-7, but I still think he's in play for sure. I currently have him in my lineup. And then we have Armani Brooks, 3.8 on DraftKings. On FanDuel, he is 4.2K. Another really good play there. Another guy who's going to get a ton of minutes. So, I mean, like, all these guys are viable. Just depends on how many you want to play, really. Like, I think you have to play at least 3. On FanDuel, you can obviously only play a maximum of 4. So if you want to play a 4th one, you can do that. DraftKings, I think you can play like 7. So I don't know if you need to do that. I think minimum of 4 on DK is probably good. And you could probably go up to 5 if you want to play their entire starting lineup. We obviously don't know who exactly they're going to start yet. But yeah, I mean, I love the Rockets here. This is where we get all our value on this slate, and this is how we kind of spend up for all the other guys.
Okay. Hasty says the name pronunciation Azubuike played for Kansas apparently. Kid Carter says Russell the best fantasy player ever. I was asking you if Russell's the best fantasy player ever, Chris.
Probably best. I mean, best I've ever seen. Yeah, probably over the last. Like, I don't know. It's between him and Harden. Yeah, I would probably say Russell. I mean, he's had a crazy stretch of like 3 to 4, 5 years even.
Yeah. Hasty says, yeah, Westbrook. Thomas would love this. He says, yeah, Westbrook stuffs the stat sheet, but he is so gross, not a winner.
Yeah, he chases stats.
Yeah, Hasty also
But I mean, that's why we like him.
Yeah. He says, is it an Armani Brooks day?
Yeah, I think it is, especially on DK.
Okay, and then Pacer stuff, Chris. We got McBuckets in Brima. He is playing today. Jeremy Lamb out, and Bididit's out.
Yeah, just call him Goga because you can't pronounce that last name.
Wait, say it.
But I don't know how to say it either. It's not Bididits. Bitatse.
Really?
It's not. It's definitely not Bididits.
That's what it says, Chris.
No, we looked at it last time. It was Bitatse.
I mean, that's what the English language says. But yeah, you're right. It is Bitatse. Bitase.
Just call him Goga.
No, you call him Goga. Let's go on to the Nuggets, Chris. We have Barden out now. Millsap doubtful. Projected starters. Campazzo, Dozier, Gordon, Porter Jr., and Joker. Thoughts on the Nuggets today?
Yeah, I mean, the Nuggets are in a really good spot as well. The only concern is obviously the blowout. This is the largest spread on the slate. They're implied to win by 14. So, I don't know. That's kind of scary. It's a back-to-back for them as well. But we saw Barton go down. So that's going to bump up guys like PJ Dozier. He went in right away when Barton went out. So, how many minutes did he play? Let me see. Yeah, so Dozier played 30 minutes yesterday. We kind of talk about him. He's usually a high-usage guy. He's not an exercise guy, so I think he's in a really good spot here. 3.9K on FanDuel. DraftKings, he is 4.1K, so really good price tag for him as well. I like him a lot. Only thing is we have Armani Brooks in the same price range, so that's the thing. I mean, everyone's going to prefer Armani Brooks in this spot over PJ Dozier. On DraftKings, you can play both. FanDuel, you probably can't. So you have to make a decision there. But yeah, Jokic up top. He is 10.9 on DK. On FanDuel, I think he's a little bit more, 11.4K. FanDuel, like I said, we have Kelly Olynyk at center for 5K. So you don't need Jokic there at all. I think Kelly O is a lock. But on DK, where you have more money to spend up, I think Jokic is a really solid play. And then other guy, probably last guy I'll mention here, just because we have to wrap it up soon, is going to be Michael Porter Jr. He's 7.2K on FanDuel, 8K on DraftKings, so he's more in play on FanDuel. You saw him have the pretty big game yesterday, 42.5 fantasy points. No more Barton now, so he's going to have a higher usage rate. He's going to have the ball in his hands more. He's going to be, I don't know, I like him a lot for this price tag. So Michael Porter Jr., definitely like him on FanDuel.
Nice. Quick comments here, Chris. DC says, imagine if Westbrook could shoot like Steph.
Yeah, I mean, he's been shooting better recently, so got to give him that.
Yep. Hasty says, is the whole league just load managing now?
Pretty much.
Yep. And then King Carter says, thoughts on fading Michael Porter Jr. for Aaron Gordon on DK, Chris?
Oh, you definitely don't need Michael Porter Jr. on DK for 8K. I don't think you need Gordon either. We'll go through these lineups. But yeah, these Rockets guys give us a lot of value, so I don't think you need to go to Michael Porter Jr. or Aaron Gordon here on DK.
Okay. Got Charlie Cole in here. Says, long time no see. What's up, Charlie? It has been a while. Hasty says, remember that the Big O got all those triple doubles back when there were no 3-point line and teams scored way less and you were willing to play defense? Just saying.
Well, yeah, I don't remember that because obviously I've never seen him play, but yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. King Carter says, Lonnie Walker or PJ Dozier, last man on DraftKings, Chris.
Dozier for sure, unless DeRozan is out, which I think he's in. But if DeRozan is out, then I'd say Lonnie Walker.
Okay, let's go over the 3 key plays, Chris, for the day. Overall play of the day, best play cash tournaments on FanDuel. Who's the guy today?
I'll go with Kelly Olynyk for 5K. Just way too cheap here.
Okay, and then value play on FanDuel. Who do you have?
I'll go Kenyon Martin, 3.6K.
Oops. And then tournament play, who do you
have? Tournament play, kind of a little bit tougher here. Kind of like Mike Conley, 7.1K on FanDuel. He's going to be somewhat popular, but I think a lot of people will play Brogdon there, maybe DeJounte Murray as well. So, yeah, I'll say Conley against the Wolves.
Okay, and then DK, Chris, overall play there. Who's your
guy? DK, I'll go with Jokic just because it's a lot easier to get to him here.
Okay, and then value play, who do you have?
Let's go Armani Brooks because he's similar price to Martin here, and obviously more flexibility with positions.
Okay, and then tournament play, what do you have?
I'll go Mike Conley again.
Okay, let's go over your cores on FanDuel. So you got Jimmy, Buckets, Broggy, Olynyk, Tate, and Martin. Quick recap while I set it up and build here. Chris, why do you like these 5 guys here on FanDuel today?
Well, let me see them. Yeah, so Brogdon up top, no Sabonis, no Turner. He's been putting up giant numbers since they've gone out, so I like him a lot. 3 Rockets. These 3 are the obvious ones in my opinion. Armani Brooks is the 4th one on FanDuel that's viable. But these 3 are the obvious ones for me on FanDuel, so I like those guys. And then Jimmy Butler with no Dragic, no Hero. Just easy to spend up here for on this slate.
Okay. And then which ones do you like here to go over?
Let's look at the first 2.
First 2, got it.
So it's just a 1v1 between Conley and Murray. I had Conley as my tournament guy. I think Conley's the better play here, unless we get DeMar out. But if DeMar's out, then obviously we're going to have to switch the entire lineup because other guys will be in play like Derek White, Lonnie Walker, and we obviously have DeMar in this lineup as well. So I like Conley here. I'll go through the rest of the lineup quickly. Brogdon 8K, talked about him in the core. DeRozan 7.9, sort of a last piece spend up here at shooting guard. Definitely don't mind that at all just because we have a ton of value here. Clarkson, 5.9K. No Donovan Mitchell, so I like him for that price. Butler, core. Porter Jr., we just talked about him in the last game. 7.2K here. No Barton, no Murray. So he's getting a usage bump. So I like him against the Rockets. And then, yeah, obviously these 3 Rockets, which we locked in.
Okay, let's go over your DraftKings. Let's load up your cores here. So you have Jokic, Tate, Brooks, and Martin Jr. Another recap, Chris. Why do you like these guys here on DK?
Yeah, so we can fit Brooks in easier here just because of the way positions are. Kelly Olynyk, don't have him locked here because he's 6.7K, but I'm still going to play him. I just don't have him in my core. I like Jokic in my core just because we have all the value in the world here, so it's really easy to get to him on DK.
Okay, and then which ones do you want to go over?
The first two, and it's just a 2v2. Yeah, so it's Brogdon, Clarkson versus Nunn and Butler. So it's these Heat guys versus Brogdon and Clarkson. The rest of the lineup is Dozier. He's the only guy that's outside of my core in both of these lineups. 4.1K, no Barton. I expect him to get the start here, so I like him. And then the rest of these guys are in my core, other than Olynyk actually, but he's 6'7". He's out of my core because he's 6.7K, but still a really good spot for him. I think he can easily pay off this price tag in this situation. Should play a ton of minutes, so I like him there. And then the 2v2, Brogdon, Clarkson, Nunn, Butler. I like the first side a lot more. Projections agree. Brogdon, just a super good spot for him. He's been crushing. Clarkson as well. I feel much better with him over someone like K Nunn. I think Brogdon could easily match Jimmy Butler here on this slate, and then it would just be like a Clarkson Nunn 1v1. Where I would take Clarkson 10 out of 10 times.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you kind of answered it, but King Carter here says, who's getting more fantasy points, Nunn or Kelly O?
Oh, Kelly O for sure.
Yeah. Hasty says, I like Kelly O, but Chris knows ...
Yeah, Kelly O Canada.
Mm-hmm. DC says, Brissett in play with no Bitatse.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these projections will update, obviously, for that news. But yeah, he is definitely in play.
Okay. I guess we won't play around with the model today, Chris, because we got the MMA stuff. But tomorrow we can mess around with that. But yeah, let's quickly do the other slate for Royal King. Just one, though, because we've got to wrap it up. But which one do you want to do? Which one do you think he likes? Lakers, Denver, Houston, Denver. Wait, sorry. Lakers, Dallas, Houston, Denver, or after hours?
Let's do the Houston-Denver game.
Is that the biggest one of them?
I'm not sure. But the Dallas game has injury news that we're waiting on.
Okay, so 100% Jokic, Star, Porter Jr., Olynyk, Tate. Kind of like locking in Olynyk at the Star for some reason. Seems an interesting one.
I mean, I could see a scenario where Olynyk beats Jokic here. Like, he's going to play a ton of minutes, back-to-back for Jokic, blowout possibility for the Nuggets. So I could definitely see a situation where Olynyk beats Jokic here. Probably like 10% of the time, 5% of the time. But if you do get that right, you're going to be way ahead of the field. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. I would probably do it at Star. It feels a little safer.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. Okay. Anything else, Chris, before we quickly wrap it up here and start doing our UFC stuff?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Quick housekeeping, guys. Check out our optimizer, our projections. We've been using it throughout the show here. Every day we use it. dfscrunch.com. Link is in the description of the video here as well. So if you're a new member, you can sign up and create an account, and you'll get 3 days completely free. You don't need a coupon code to get that free trial. You don't need a special link. Just go through our regular homepage here, set up your account, and then you won't be charged until after 72 hours when you sign up. So you're more than welcome to cancel before then. Just try it out for free. Highly recommend that, especially on a Saturday. Excuse me. We have a lot of sports here. We have UFC today coming up in 15 to 30 minutes. Got baseball today, I think, still. Not sure. We still have a bunch of NBA slates coming up. What do we have? NHL probably. Anything else, Chris? Baseball late slates too? No? Yeah. So lots of stuff. Do we have cars this weekend? Yeah. So lots of stuff. Get in on that free trial. Try us out, dfscrunch.com, and start crunching today. Build lineups like a pro. Part-time DFS, you get full-time DFS results though. Most nights projections are super sharp. You'll land on a lot of things that the pro players are. If you do your homework, you'll know who that is. So that is always quite reassuring. So you have that as your starting baseline. And then YouTube stuff, be sure to hit the thumbs up, helps us grow. So we do appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell button and all so you stay notified when we go live. We do the show every day, 2.5 hours before main slate. weekends, holidays, any day there's a slate, we'll be live. So great place to get your questions asked. Direct access to Chris here, high stakes guy, so he knows his stuff. Every question goes answered. So lots of free value here always. So be sure to do that as well. And then what else? Anything else, Chris? I see some questions here. Carter says, thanks for all the great fantasy content, fellas. Good luck. Let's get it. I like the sound of that. Espo says, hold on, Chris. Who are you excluding in UFC?
I have to build right now, so I need to go and build and check it out. So I don't know yet.
Okay. Yeah, I have to do that too. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hasty says, killer show. Appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll be back at it tomorrow, so be sure to come back here again. Just a reminder, come to the Discord if you're not there already. So if you have more questions, ask them there. But yeah, good luck today, guys, and see you all tomorrow.